Engleson from Montana originally. I've always been into the arts. I danced all throughout grade school and high school and all that, and music was always a big part of my life. College, I started out doing physical therapy, and I just quickly found that that wasn't for me. Did a short photography school that was kind of 9 months long. I took a break from school. Really liked that a lot, and went back to school and tried to do photojournalism, but found that I didn't really like having to talk to people. And so I was like, hey, I kind of like computers, and that's where that kind of came from. Found it was a new program at a liberal arts college that I went to called Media Arts, and it was like the second year they'd done it, so they were still learning and figuring out what the program was going to be. We were in After Effects, and so I was like, oh, I can get all this stuff to move around, you know? So it was really kind of then. I really enjoyed just kind of making these own little worlds, you know? You could kind of do whatever you wanted. It just gave you freedom than just having a still image, really. I moved out here and just kind of got a nothing job to first start out, but I got my website and reel together and everything, and then just wrote up a letter and sent it out to like 20, 30 different companies and was like, please, can I intern? And this company called me back, so it was the only one that got back to me, but I was persistent and I kept bugging them all until somebody finally did. So they hired me on as intern. I didn't know anything when I started. I didn't know what an alpha channel was, you know, so I've learned everything here. And you know, the school that I went to was a few founding steps, but I really didn't know anything when I started. Just learning from people at my internship and doing tutorials and just looking at other work and getting myself exposed to all that there was. So I did a few just kind of very basic tutorials on how to bring stuff into cinema, but everything else is just talking with coworkers and you know, how you can take objects from Illustrator and bring them in and just go from there. And it's different every day. I really don't know. I might be animating one thing one day, designing something else, or taking on a project later in a step from someone else, or handing something off, and it's always a different show or a different project. So I spend a lot of time looking on sites like Behance and Pinterest and other companies that do similar to work to us, you know, and just find stuff that I think is cool or stuff that I think we could do one day, you know, even if it's not for a specific job I'm working for. I really like Behance for sure, you know, and there's some artists that I'll find I like more of their work than others, so I'll add them to my collection or whatever it is on there. So yeah, just Behance, it's easy to follow things and search for things that I could find interesting. So I think just knowing that you're not going to know everything, and you just got to be open to learning new things, and things are constantly changing in this business, so you have to constantly change and learn new programs and tricks and everything. So just being open-minded. Part of the balance is trying to still have home life and your own time and stuff, but I mean, if it's something you're really into, it's a hobby and you would want to go home and work on it. So yeah.